Hello everyone, I'm Tia and it's my birthday. Well, actually not yet. Technically, okay, I'm getting birthday messages from my friends and family that I have in New South Wales because they're an hour ahead. So it is technically my birthday for them. But to me it's only 11:11. Make a wish. Made a wish. In honor of it being my birthday in like an hour-ish, I wanted to do an 18 things that I learned before I was 18, but I don't actually think that I learned 18 things. So we're gonna do just things, okay? Just a couple of things, like a couple of my favorite moments when I was 17 and stuff like that. Some things that I did learn. Let me put this on Do Not Disturb because we're getting disturbed. We're filming. We don't want to get disturbed. I'll also be doing a little bit of a get on ready with me while I do this. I already washed my face though. So should we go? Should we jump into it? I think we'll go first with the things that I did learn. Because while I didn't learn 18 things, I did learn a couple of things. Like obviously through my life I've learned a lot of things in the past 18 years. But like specifically things that I wish that I knew before I was 17. I don't know. But we're gonna do the bubble toner. It's so nice. I love it. So one of the first things that I want to talk about is that 17 is so overhyped. 17 is probably the most overhyped age that there is, that I've experienced. Because everyone's like 17 is the year of radiance, 17 is like beautiful, 17 is perfect. I think that 17 was kind of shit. Obviously everyone has different experiences, although 17 for me, it was kind of just mid. Like realistically not much changed. I could drive and that is such a blessing, and I love that I have my license and I would literally die without it, but I think that it is not what it's made out to be. It's made out to be this like perfect year of like the stereotypical teenagehood, and I just don't think that that's the case. Like it's fun. It's fun. It's cream on my tattoos because I just got them. They're so cute. This one says Lucky. This one's a little dragonfly. His name is Felipe. But yeah, no, 17 is just overhyped. Like, it was a good year, don't get me wrong. It's so much fun, and like, I think it was a big year of new things for me, but also it could have been more like how I thought it was going to be, you know what I mean? Like, it did start to turn that way at the end of the year, but you know what I mean? Like, I just think that being 17 is overhyped. Like, all the songs about being 17, I think the most realistic one is by Taylor Swift. I think it's Betty. The I'm only 17 and I don't know anything. I think that is the most accurate like song or like quote about being 17. I know I'm only 18, so it's not like, oh, the teenagers suck. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that like it's not what you expect. It's not at all what you expect. Like, you know, the stereotypical like teenage like Katy Perry songs and like Taylor Swift songs, and like, you know, maybe it's just because I didn't like the things. Like, I thought that like being 17 was gonna be so much fun. I was gonna go to all these parties and like, you know, do all of this stuff, and I don't like drinking. That's just a me thing. So that could be where this is coming from. It's just a me thing. But I just don't. Like, the parties were fun. I could go and, like, you know, I'd still have a great time not drinking. Like, yeah, okay, I drank a couple of times. But, like, I didn't need to have fun. And that's a crazy thing that I didn't think that I would learn. I didn't think that, like, that's something that, like, I would think. I think that that wasn't something that I expected to think. And I do. And I can't really think of, like, many other things that I learned, like, that are like big and like philosophical in a way. I think also it's what you make it. Like I said, like all this stuff, it's like it's not what it's hyped up to be and stuff. That's just because I didn't make it like that, you know what I mean? But I think that there's nothing else really that I can mention that I learned. Oh yes, quantity over quality any day with your friends. It's another thing that I've learned before I was 18. I would much prefer to have like a couple of close friends that like you know, I cherish and they cherish me, rather than a big ginormous friend group. I used to have a big ginormous friend group in like the young high school years, but it's better to have a small circle than a really big group. In saying that, I feel like I'm in a pretty big group of friends at the moment, and they're all lovely people. But even in that big group of people, I still have the couple that I'm closer with. Not that the other people are bad people, like I love them, I love everyone, but like, you know what I'm saying? I think quality over quantity of friends. And I think, I keep coming up with these on the spot. If there's a will, there is a way. If there's a will, there's a way. I was told for so long, since like grade 10, Tia, you're not graduating, you're not gonna graduate, you don't go to school enough, you don't care enough, you're not gonna graduate, you're not gonna be able to graduate. And I was like, yes, I will. I graduated. I barely went to school in grade 12. Grade 11 was a little bit better, but I still didn't go as much as the school said that you had to graduate. I went to formal. I could have gone to formal. I didn't go into formal, I went to formal. I have formal photos. I was there. I seen people, but I didn't get the ticket and go in and spend the night there and have like dinner and stuff. I didn't do that. The school wanted me to. They were trying to convince me to, but I didn't. And that was like a thing, like, if there's a will, there's a way. If there's a will, there's a way, okay? I didn't fail any of my subjects and I did not study, okay? If there's a will, there's a way. And I'm not saying don't study. If you want to study for your exams, do it. But like, I didn't. If there's a will, there's a way. If you want something to happen, it will. And also manifestation. Manifest what you want for your life and it will happen. The amount of times I've said something like, I have a feeling blah 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 is gonna message me tonight, and I get that message. Or like, you know, just like so many little things. Manifestation is key. And everyone thinks I'm insane for it, but I love a good egg cleanse, I love tarot cards, I love crystals, the moon, everything. And I think maybe I'm just a bit of a spiritual person, but I think it's so fun. And the other night, I was on the phone with one of my friends and I was reading her tarot cards. And to me, I was kind of like, oh, this kind of doesn't make sense. And then as I was reading it out to her, she's like, Tia! And it's like making perfect sense to her. And so it's like, yeah, I don't know, I just think that like, obviously if you do your tarot cards, it might not be 100% accurate for the future, but there'll definitely be like some things that like line up. You know what I mean? Or some things that you read and you're like, oh, this definitely is regarding to this, and then it not be, and you realize that in the future. I don't know, I think that's really cool. Tarot cards and stuff. And I don't think that I learned anything else. Give me a second to catch my breath. Okay, some of my favorite moments of being 17. I did this last year, but I was with one of my friends. I was getting like her favorite moments of me being 16, because it was last year. But I'm alone tonight, so it's just gonna be my favorite moments. I think definitely one of the most recent ones is getting my tattoos. I feel so much older now. Like I remember last year going into like getting my license and stuff, even after I'd passed, I was like, I'm not old enough to do this. Like I don't feel like I should be able to do this. Whereas like now I have my tattoos, I'm like, yeah, I can do anything. I'm an adult now. I have tattoos, which is crazy. Because that's definitely not how it works, but it's how I'm feeling like it works, and everyone's like, Tia, you feel so unk now. I'm like, oh my god, unk status. Like, what does 6'7" mean? But, yeah, like, I don't know. It's been graduation. I think that was such a, like, wow. Like, obviously I didn't really care about it, you know. I didn't, like, you know, do all this stuff to guarantee that I was going to get there. But I think the fact that, like, I actually did it, and it's over. School was something that I hated forever. There's photos of me from like kindergarten and you can see like the red and puffiness in my face. I'm like crying not to go, and I remember those moments so vividly. And it's over. Like, what? School holidays is ending in a couple of weeks here, and I'm like, what do you mean I'm not going back? Like, what do you mean I don't have the option to go to school? I think that's another big crazy moment. All of the cute little moments of like me and Angel and a lot of them are on here, but like just like this stuff that we did this year, like we went to a haunted tunnel and put metal on our heads so we wouldn't, And like a recent thing I've been doing a lot with my friends is going to the car park, and like we just sit there and like play, like there's this imposter game and like stuff like that. That's so funny. And also another year at Oporto. That's not something that I expected. Okay, like yeah, okay, I kind of did. Like I was like, okay, like when I move out at 18, I'm gonna live near the Oporto so I can still work there. What? But like actually another year. I also quit Oporto this year. That was definitely not. Like I'm saying both of these things, like it's very contradictory. Like I didn't expect either of these things. I didn't expect either of these things to have like happened. Like I quit Oporto. What do you mean? And then I went back. I was devastated when I quit. I was devastated. And then I went back. I didn't go on any holidays. I drove to my nan's house, which I think was a big moment for me. I drove like 5-6 hours on my own. Like what do you mean I can just do that? What do you mean I can get in my car and go? And I think that's gonna be a big thing that like is I'm learning soon. Just like the amount of freedom that I've had this year, it's been kind of crazy. And also the amount of jobs that I've had this year, it's crazy. I got a job at Pizza Hut. I didn't work there very long. I work at Bunnings. I got a job in like a little like souvenir factory thing in the office. The receptionist's name was Pam, and I was fucking in love with that. I was like, oh my god, I'm working in the office, because they had a warehouse downstairs too, and I was like, oh my god. Oporto. I think there's probably another one, but I can't think of it. Yeah, I don't know, I just think that I think that this year has been such a big year of change. So like, I remember one day, like the CEO of like Oporto, he like came in and I was like, I'm gonna be a baby surgeon, like 28-day-old babies, I'm gonna work on them, I'm gonna fix them. And they looked at me like I was like awesome. I lied to the CEO of Oporto that most of my favorite moments of the year, and I'm gonna get bullied for saying this with I'm gonna get sent hate texts after this next sentence. Angel's gonna be hate texting me. I think a lot of my favorite moments of the year are with Angel. But no, it was. I think my person of the year is Angel Lee. There's obviously a lot more people that I could name. There's a Kennehy. You haven't seen a Kennehy yet on this channel, but you were going to. I can put in a couple of clips of what we were going to do. This is a Kennehy.
Hello, we just robbed a tiny place, by the way.
And we got fortune cookies. And so we're gonna do our fortune with you. God, you will always have luck in your personal affairs.
Your patience will be rewarded sooner or later.
And I told you to have patience. Oh my god.
Take first bite. I already had a bite, but like, shh.
No, like, I think this year, one of my favorite, like, little things about this year is the people who I, like, surrounded myself with. Little things happened. And it just really just dampened the vibe. But then, recently, like, I've, like, become friends with, like, more of, like, I want to say Angel's friends, even though I'm my friends now, too, but, like, in the moment, it was becoming friends with Angel's friends. And also Amelia. Oh, I love Amelia. I don't know if we'll ever get an Amelia feature on the channel. She was our director in the Haunted Tunnel video. She's so funny, that prank that she pulled on us. Insane. But yeah, there's so many people that I could name. I could go on and on and on and on and on for hours. But I love them all. I love them all. They're so nice. On for hours about all the people that like were awesome this year. But like, I don't know. It was a really fun year. I think it was a really progressive year too. Just like, a lot of things changed within me. And I fuck with them. I fuck with them heavy. Character growth, as you will. And also the Voldemort, that was the highlight of the year, being Voldemort. We're gonna be here together the moment it turns my birthday, and I'm so excited. I'm gonna blow out the candles, and it's my birthday! Thank you for being here with me. Let me actually get rid of this. It's officially my birthday now, and I'm so excited that you guys were here with me the moment that it turned my birthday, and I hope to see you a lot more this year. that was my 2025 and my 17, the things that I learned being 17 and my favorite moments being 17 and everything. I'm really excited to see how 18 goes. Good night.